Goreng pisang. That's how they refer to a sweet and crispy banana snack in Indonesia, Malaysia, as well as here in Singapore. I had tried it for the first time recently when passing an outdoor food court in a Malay neighborhood. In order for you to end up with delicious goreng pisang on your first attempt, I want to share 3 tips with you. First, the choice of your banana. I deep fried bananas of different maturities and highly suggest that you use the ones that you usually enjoy eating, which obviously should be a perfectly ripened one, mostly yellow, little to none green nor brown spots. Overly ripe ones, such as these, they are better put to work in your next banana bread but not in your first banana fritters. Unripe, all green bananas will remain unenjoyably bitter despite frying them. Second tip, you want the right ratio between rice and wheat flour. There doesn't seem to be a consensus on the internet when it comes to what type of flour to use for goreng pisang, but rather nice results were those coatings consisting of 2 parts rice flour and 1 part of wheat flour. They were nicely crisp on the outside and soft on the inside, and more importantly, stayed crisp even after sitting on the countertop for an hour or so. Before we get to the third tip, we must begin our goreng pisang recipe, for which we grab a medium-sized bowl, add 100 grams of rice flour, which equaled 3/4 cup for me, as well as 50 grams of all-purpose wheat flour, or around half a cup. I suggest that you use a kitchen scale, as the weight ratio is a bit important, as I explained before. Follow up with half a teaspoon of baking powder, as well as 20 grams of castor sugar. Continue with 20 grams of melted clarified butter, aka ghee, and a pinch of salt. Incorporate the melted butter as well as possible and don't leave it stuck to the bowl. Before adding the final ingredient, ice cold water, which brings me to my third tip. You gotta make sure that the water you add to the flour is cold. It will inhibit the development of gluten in the batter and hopefully yield a more crisp and fluffy coating for your banana fritters. Gently combine all the ingredients till the batter has the right consistency. I'm using a whisk here, which will turn out to be a mistake. Please use a plastic spatula or a metal spoon to mix the ingredients well. In total, I had to add around 160 milliliters, but I suggest that you pour in 120 ml or half a cup first and then add 1 tablespoon at a time, as the batter gets pretty runny pretty quickly. It shouldn't be too thick nor too runny. When dropped into the bowl, you want it to remain on the surface for a second, like this. Once the target consistency is reached, set aside for a second, peel your bananas and cut them in half. And if you're gonna feed small children, reducing the diameter of your goreng pisang by slicing the bananas lengthwise could make sense. Alrighty, with all of that said, let's move over to the stove already and deep fry these bad boys. Before dropping the naked bananas into the batter, coat them in cornstarch, which will help the batter to better stick to the banana. I'm using a kitchen tongue here, but it really makes no sense. Use your bare hands to coat with cornstarch and a metal spoon when working with the batter. Regarding the temperature of the oil, I tested temperatures from 150 to 200 degrees Celsius and had great results when frying between 180 to 190 C for around 4 minutes. If too low, your banana fritters will not brown and crisp up quickly enough, leading to rather oily results. Higher temperatures, on the other hand, will darken the coating too much, maybe even burn it before the inside is done. Look at this beauty, how nicely brown it turned out. Place on a plate covered with paper towel and finish off the remaining batches. One very final tip for even more crispiness: when placing the battered bananas into the oil, let some of the batter drip off on top of the banana, like this.
Put it in there with a whole spoon and have the spoon drip it on top a bit so you have the nice crunchy parts.
Just make sure to remove those from the oil that didn't stick to the banana, otherwise they will turn too dark and might add a burnt taste to the coating of the next bananas. Great, that's it. Nothing more to do than serve your first homemade goreng pisang and be amazed, not only by the taste but also its sound. They taste great warm, and I would confidently rate this dish 7.5 out of 10, even 8 out of 10 if you were to serve it to me with some vanilla ice cream. But I in general like bananas a lot. What about you?